Wow. There should be a mic now. I don't know what happened there. Some glitchy stuff. Good evening, Twitch. What a banging track. And because I like this track so much, or because I like the tracks on Pretzel, I'm actually going to show them today. Not only are the links going to be posted in chat, but we are also going to have on the top right, up here, or up here, if you can see that already. Yeah, you can see this up here. We are going to have the tracks being shown what is playing as well. So, welcome to a happy Monday Twitch stream again about learning R. R is confusing for a lot of reasons. For me, coming from SQL, R is different. It's a different type of programming language with a different approach. And so it's hard to get into, but it has some things that I've seen that I'm really liking so far. And so I am very, very keen to learn more. And that is why today I have decided to continue learning R. And I hope you will join me on my adventures of R. Good evening, Sir J. Walter. Will you be joining us on our our adventures. How many R's did I put in there? On our adventures today. We've put on some lovely EDM for today. For once, I'm not gonna let pretzels surprise me, because I think it's a bit dicey. I'm not sure I should have pretzel in this scene. Let me think about it. I don't think so. And if you're wondering why I'm leaning this way, is because my boom arm kind of cuts off part of my laptop screen. Are you sure? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I'm not sure about anything. But let's go. If we're not sure, might as well try. Might as well try. Logan of 2021. Let's see. So yeah, the thing is now up here, so you can see what track is actually playing. I heard in suggestions that people would like to see what track is playing, so we can always just, you know, take it off, put it back again. It's no big deal. People don't really like it being there, or if it blocks something important. Yeah, this is where we left off last time. 15% of the course completed. Today is part 3, which means we have completed around 7.5% in 2 streams. I feel like the first stream was probably 10% and the second one's probably 5%. We made a lot of progress in the first stream because it was a lot of really basic stuff, this like introduction to R and stuff. And in the intermediate stuff, it's taking more time for sure. So if it is the first time that you are joining my stream, then a few tidbits of information for you. Number one, I'm not an expert on all these topics. I just have a lot of experience, but it doesn't mean that I'm always right. So feel free to correct me. Feel free to come in and share your views in chat. This is a learning and open environment. Finite Singularity listening first timer. Wonderful. This is an open learning environment. We welcome everyone from all levels and all experiences to learn together. I'm following this course on DataCamp. If you would also like to follow it, you can have the link there. It's in chat. It's a career track, so becoming a data analyst with R. I consider myself a data analyst to some extent, but I don't really know R, so I thought I should just approach it in that way, that I would just take the data analyst course. Oh, R. No, it's not O, it's R. Finite Singularity. And Jibo, hello, bonjour, bonsoir to you. Welcome back. And thus the salty bits have begun. And I realize that the placement of the pretzel is not good. The pretzel placement is not good because it's going to detract. It is going to detract. We should probably put it like over here. Ugh, I don't know. Let's just take it out for now. I don't think we need it. If someone really wants to know the track, then they can just check in the for pretzels chat messages. Finite Singularity, I did a ton of R when I was selling my soul to the finance industry. Did you at least get a lot of money for it while you were doing it? And you walked away unscathed, hopefully? Oh, that's not good. I just slept my monitor by dragging my mouse too far to the top right. Curse you, Mac Hot Corners. How am I, Maddie Two Shoes? Or how are you, Maddie Two Shoes? That was weird. Jibo, I am fine. It is Monday. I had a good start to the week so far. Day full of meetings. Mondays are always full of meetings. Finite, nope. Walked away unscathed, thankfully. Well, you know, if you've still got all your parts, then I consider that a win. I've never worked for the finance or insurance or banking industries, so I don't know exactly what it's like. I do have a lot of people that I know who work in those industries, and they're not all that bad. So I think there's just a certain reputation, I think, right? That's what you're alluding to. Still intact, I think. Well, hopefully my streams will help you repair your soul a little bit. I cannot promise soul repairing though. Jibbo, yeah, I cannot promise this will repair your soul, but the plan for today is to learn more R. We actually stopped in this second chapter. Actually, I should just pop this screen up here a little bit so you can see the bottom. There's actually a tiny little... Oh, that was too far back. I didn't want to go that far back. That's too bad. Yeah, so there's these chapters, and yeah, we stopped at functions, and now we are in the chapter of the apply family, which I read when I first read it as the Adams family. Just triggered. We started with R, then moved to pandas. It's like R for Python. Yeah. I'm already familiar with pandas. Not deeply, but familiar. Dabbled a little bit there, dabbled a little bit there. Also Python, I've dabbled a little bit in Python, but I chose to take R first. And there's actually, if someone wants to know, I don't know if you want to know this, I'm just gonna tell you. I chose R as a natural sequence from SQL because the arguments I typically see, or the not arguments, but the discussions I typically see are around SQL versus R in terms of data extraction and data manipulation and cleansing and then putting it into something else. Versus Python never comes into that equation because Python somehow, it never comes up as like as an alternative to those two. Python sort of comes up in like, yeah, I want to create something. It's very common to do in Python, right? And Python also comes up a lot in the context of like data products and creating pipelines and things like that. But I just think like in the ecosystem of what things are important to me, this year especially is important to me to learn more about data visualization. And I know how to create charts and stuff. I mean, anyone can create a chart in Excel, right? But I really want to master data visualization to the extent that I can create custom charts using frameworks like d3.js and stuff like that. So that's my goal for this year. Python was primarily used because of the direct connection to our data sources. Yeah, that's often the case. So another piece of admin, DataCamp is not free. And with your lovely support, Twitch, which I really greatly appreciate all of you here supporting me streaming, I am able to pay for the DataCamp subscription. It's a yearly subscription. It's not a ton of money, but it's, you know, it's money nonetheless. And so you are actively supporting my learning, which is really great, and I appreciate that a lot. But I don't feel it right to... Each of you are only buying a small portion of the course, right? Because no one's paying the full whack. I feel it's not right to show the videos on stream, because these VODs, they end up on my YouTube channel eventually, where you can find all the previous streams. And if I would show the videos on stream, then someone could just really follow all of my YouTube videos and get the course for free. And I think it would be a breach of DataCamp's TOS as well. So what I do is I just click show transcript. Sometimes it autoplays the video, so I have to pause that so that your eardrums don't burst if you're wearing headphones. And I typically just sort of scan through the transcript and then try and run from there. Which is, you know, middle ground, let's say. So if there are things that you're interested in learning about R, hold your horses, because I don't know R yet, really. We just started learning R. But it would be cool. There's probably some other people in chat who have a decent amount of experience writing R or learning R, or who know R already, who've reached that point, and they're just here as like gods to look down upon us and assist when necessary. Backseating is fine if I can't figure out something. I ask you to let me try and figure it out first, if possible. And with that being said, I think we've done the admin for today. So let's get started. When you're using R, so we are covering Laply. I'm not sure. When using R, you will often encounter vectors and lists. You've seen before that the for loop is there to help us iterate. There's an even easier way. Okay. New York City. So obviously there's a data set here about New York City. Blah, blah, blah. Laply is here to, it sounds like a Swiss German word because we kind of have the tendency to attach all the li on the end of German words to make them sound more cute, like Guitzli, which means biscuit. Apply. Well, now that you've written it that way, it makes a lot more sense. Thank you, Jay Walter and Jordan. Nice to see you as well, Jordan. So Jordan is one of the gods that is here to assist us should us mere mortals encounter issues with learning R. Apply. The second element in the output contains the class of the second element in NYC. Okay, so without seeing the dataset, it's a bit tricky sometimes to understand what they're trying to do. Cities for, so we have a for loop. Okay. Hurts my brain without seeing the dataset. Oil. Functions class and nchar. On every element of the input vector or list, but lapply can also be used with the functions that you've written yourself. Okay. Well, we'll just go straight into it. I'll take my 50 XP. I will take my 50 XP. There we go. And I will attempt to do this. Using lapply with a built-in R function. Okay. So apparently this function is a lot of fun. That's already a good sign. And I definitely chose the right playlist for today, which I'm very pleased about. Sorry about that. So, to put it generally, lapply takes a vector or list X and applies the function fun to each of its members. If fun requires additional arguments, yeah, fun always requires people arguing, of course. Yay! Oh, Persican or Persican, depending on your favorite pronunciation. Welcome. The output is a list. What is up? Currently, my stream, according to Twitch, is up, which is nice. The output of lapply is a list the same length as X for each element. Now that you are truly brushing up on your data science skills. Ooh. That's data science. Oh. Let's revisit some of the most relevant figures in data science history. Okay. Have a look at the string split calls. Okay, so So pioneers is a vector. We can see that it's a vector based on this C syntax. Split the names from the birth year. So we want to split these. Common problem. You have 2 bits of data together and you want to split them out. Now we want to convert to lowercase. So it's to lower. And we want to apply to lower on each element in split math. And we're going to assign the result, which is a list, to a new variable called split low. Okay, so to lower in split math. Let's run this and see what it gives us. I want to output split low to see what that looks like. Okay, it's lowercased everything. And these are now individual parts. Okay. And then assign the result, which is a list, to a new variable. Finally, oh, right. That was actually here. Oh, okay, I didn't do lapply. Use lapply to convert the character vectors in split math to lowercase letters. So lapply. What is up? lapply very useful. It is not a list at the moment. Yeah, exactly. So lapply split math, and then the function is to lower. Argument X is missing with no default. Apply to lower on each of the elements in split math. Assign the result, which is a list. Remove the brackets from lapply. Eh? But how will it know? Oh, you mean to lower. Ah, you don't need to specify the brackets in the function name. Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought that for it to know that it was a function. That means you could never name your stuff with reserved names. Okay. Okay, but it still doesn't like this. Don't forget to display the structure of split low with string str. Ah, now we have a nice list. Okay, I think I understand more than I did before. This is hard though. This is hard, really. As Philip explained in the video, well, we'll just have to trust that he explained that. I take your word for it, DataCamp. You can use lapply on your own functions. You just need to code a new function, make sure it's available in the workspace. After that, you can use the function. Okay. So I have a function, select first, which takes the first element of whatever we pass to it. Apply select first over split low names. So apply select first over the elements of split low with lapply. So if I do lapply split low, select, I don't need this on the outside, like this, and assign the new variable to names. What does names look like? Okay, that seems right, I guess. Write a function select second. They are making a mistake here. Really? Names is a built-in function. Ah. That's what I was saying before. You can't name stuff with built-in functions, because if I write names here, then it's gonna cause problems. There's also something I noticed in some of the other data camp lessons and the SQL ones. I found a couple of mistakes. I did write data camp and they said that they would correct them. But yeah, it just means it's very difficult to kind of trust the quality of the courses. You can do, it's certainly possible, but not good practice. Yeah, exactly. And the thing is that they're teaching this, right? So I've had this a few times in the SQL one, and I assumed it would happen here. It's just I wouldn't notice it, right? Because I don't have that level of R. It means you can't use names as a function in that session. Yeah, exactly. I can't use names empty cars. Ah, the famous empty cars. Empty cars. So what is select second? Does the exact same thing for the second element. Okay. Okay. Now apply select second over split low as years. I don't even need to read the instructions. I think this is what they want. Split low. Select second. So now I'll have the years in this one. Hey! Look at that! I understood what they wanted. Okay, now I get it. Sick beats. Really like this. Quite like it. Very cool. So that. So I was just doing a little admin on the side. Split low has been created for you. Okay. Writing your own functions using defining functions to use them only once is kind of overkill. That's why you can use so-called anonymous functions. When you create a function, you can use the assignment operator to give the function a name. It's perfectly possible, however, to not give the function a name. Yeah. So select first. Use anonymous function inside lapply. Transform the first call of lapply such that it uses an anonymous function that does the same thing. Okay, so just take out select first. Oh, I don't even need to do that. You just take this and put it in here, right? Oh, it's a different syntax. Function X, bracket, 3. Oh, no. It is the same syntax. It's the same syntax, right? Mm-hmm. Just gonna copy paste. Yes, you were okay. Thank you, Ruskin. Are you enjoying your bar chart emote? I mean badge. It's strange because actually sometimes in chat I see you without it. Oh, that's weird. Don't know if you also see that. So one of your messages had just your Prime Gaming one, and then the ones after that have the subscriber badge next to it. I should be getting my emotes very, very soon, by the way. 2 of them are already completed. So soon the subs shall receive what they are due. But I had to take some money into my hand to get it done, so. This seems fine. Oh wait, we remove both definitions of select first and select second. Yeah. You don't need these anymore, because you're just doing the function itself. Okay. There's another way to solve the issue of using select star. Select star. That's a SQL one. In the video, the triple function was transformed to the multiply to allow for a more generic approach. lapply provides a way to handle functions that require more than one argument, such as the multiply function. Yeah, so you're passing x and factor. It's a good thing I already understand how function works, because I think this helps. So lapply list 1, 2, 3, multiply equal factor equals 3. Where's this coming from? Ah, function and arguments to pass to the function. So x is already this. Oh, that's very cool. X is already here that we're passing to lapply. Lapply. I'm just gonna call it lapply because it's lapply is 3 syllables and lapply is just 2. So much easier. On the right, we've included a generic version of select functions. Select L. Use lapply twice, lapply, to call select L over all elements. Sounds like SQL. And split low. Once with the index equal to 1, and a second time with the index equal to 2, assign the result to names and years. Okay. Generic select function. Select L. Lapply. Names. What we said wasn't a good thing, but we'll do it anyway. This data camp wants it, so it shall be so. Lapply. X is select. L? No, that's the function. Names is split low. Select L index equals 1. And then years will be split low select L index equals 2. Yes! I get it now. It just clicked in my head. Like I don't know how to say or how to describe why it just clicked, but just now I really understood how this works. Your lapply skills are growing. Okay, so we have to apply functions that return null. Love the topic of null. So many people make this mistake in a dataset. They just put empty characters or dash, and they don't understand that that's not correct. It's only correct that if there is no information that you store null, because there is no information. Anyway, I will not get upset. I will stay zen. I will stay wuza. In all the previous exercises, it was assumed that the functions that were applied over vectors and lists actually returned a meaningful result. For example, the lower function simply returns the strings with the characters in lowercase. This won't always be the case. Many datasets I work with use a -999 value for indicating. Oh, that's very bad practice. I was working with a dataset once per second where they had to write subscriptions into the table that were valid into the future, like basically forever. and they wrote dates with the year 9999. And of course, that just destroys any data integrity. Any query will not be able to parse that as an actual date. Like, they could have written 2199, that's sufficiently in the future. It would have been sufficient, but no, someone decided to write 9999, and of course, it's not a valid date format. Most SQL engines interpret 9999 as a string. So, yeah, just... And that was in a MySQL database, in a field that should be a date format, date time. But because of the way that it wasn't enforced as date time. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, you could still overwrite it in the column. And man, I got super annoyed when I saw that. Oh yeah, there's no actual difference for us between 2199 and 9999. It's so sufficiently in the future that it doesn't matter. But it's just people that they don't understand like what that does, like what the actual impact is, you know? That's why it's important to educate about null and the importance of null. I was trying to explain this to my partner, the difference between something being empty and something being null. It was quite challenging to explain to someone who doesn't come from a tech background what the actual difference is. And my explanation was, null tells you that there's nothing there. Whereas if there's nothing there, you first have to find out that there's nothing there by doing something in your query to say that there's nothing there. So, anywho, so we have to answer a quiz question. It's time to do community quiz, chat. Let's see what chat thinks. What will the following code chunk return? Split low is already available in the workspace. Try to reason about the result before simply executing it in the console. So I'm not going to execute it in the console. lapply split low function. If number of characters x, if the first one is greater than 5, return null. Otherwise, return the second element. So this would return it would have to return these. It would have to return this one because none of these are greater than 5. When the if condition fails, the second element, the year, is returned, not the name. Oh, this is still from this is still from the other function. These all have less than 5, so they're all going to be null. Oh no, it'll be null, null, 16, 23, 18, 57. It is the first answer. Why is that not possible? These have more than 5 characters. Null is returned by the anonymous function when the number of characters inside the name is greater than 5. Oh, 1777, 1702, null, null. Okay. Need to read better. Saply. I know it probably should not be Saply. It's gonna be S-supply, right? So I need to look up one thing. Give me 1 second. Okay. So remember what we said about the videos, huh? S-apply. lapply, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so lapply, its output is always a list. Okay. That's because an R function can return any R object. So what is the difference? Simplify apply. The result is a named vector. Simply apply calls lapply to apply the ncar function over each element of the city's vector, then use simplify to array function to convert that list to generate it to an array. Oh. Yeah, R does a lot of the legwork for us, like a lot of the heavy lifting. That's pretty awesome. Now, what would happen if the function you want to apply over the input each time returns a vector containing 2 values? Okay. What if this simplification is not possible? It does not always return a vector of the same length. For these cases, simplification of a vector... No. I think the lighting sometimes makes me yawn. It's really weird. Like, I'm not actually tired, I just kind of get this feeling of having to yawn. I don't know if that makes sense. For these cases, okay. Unable to simplify. Okay, I want to practice. Yay, 50 XP. I take this. Temp has already been defined. Okay. This is what temp looks like. 3796 minus 1, blah, blah, blah. Ah, yeah, so 57942. Okay. Use lapply to find each day's minimum temperature. Minimum built-in function temperature measurements for each day. Temp. Min. I mean, that's the function. Do the same thing, but this time with sapply. See how the output differs. -1. Sapply. Temp. Min. Oh, that's a big difference. This is a lot nicer, I think. Temp, max. Okay, we've seen this now. Sapply, temp, max. Can you tell the difference between the former returns a list while the latter returns a vector? Exactly. And I would prefer having that than list. I think it's easier to work with the vector. What do you think, chat? I think it's easier to work with the vector than with the list. And hopefully, once I am good enough at R, I have some things that I'd like to do with R that I found difficult to do with SQL. Very difficult. And then it should get interesting, because then we can do some cool data visualization stuff, because R supports some... Oh, I did it again. Sorry, 1 second. I scrolled too far to the top right. I don't know why I'm doing that today. Then we can do some cool data visualization stuff, because R supports really interesting data viz stuff like Shiny, Plotly, etc. Persicant, true, a list when you have objects of not the same type, usually, yes. but sapply would give us an error if it couldn't, I guess. Finish function definition of, again, it's like someone's yawning. You know that yawning's contagious, so someone is yawning and they're like passing it on to me. It's very strange. Fun can be one of R's built-in functions. Does R have a built-in function called fun? Fun times. Extremes average. A vector of temperatures and calculates the average of the minimum and maximum temperatures of the vector. Function mean. Function x. It takes a vector of temperatures, which is x. So it's the min of x and the max of x divided by 2. Okay, apply extremes average over temp using sapply. Temp, extremes average, and then lapply temp extremes average. This is way nicer. It's so much nicer. See, I thought we would be stuck with with lapply, but we get sapply. I much prefer sapply. You could have solved this exercise using an anonymous function, but this would require you to use the code instead of the definition. Exactly. Duplicating code should be avoided as much as possible. Oh, really? Big brain move. Sapply with function returning vector. Finish the definition of extremes. It takes a vector of numerical values and returns a vector containing the minimum maximum of a given vector with names min max. Max equals max x. I really like this type of function is just not possible in SQL in the same way. I mean, SQL does support functions, but it's just so much more complicated to do this in SQL. The data types are just more restrictive, at least in a relational table. Let's put it that way. I haven't really worked with non-relational databases like MongoDB or what are the other ones? Cassandra or whatever. Apply extremes over temp. We just did this. What was that about not duplicating code? Oh, Jordan has spoken. Vectors are generally much easier to work with. The thing with lists is that anything can go in a list, and they don't have to be all the same data types, which makes them really useful. Yes. But when would you have something from an analysis standpoint that you're putting in lists? Because if you can have vectors and the names of those vectors, then you would have, for example, days of the week and then the temperatures recorded. Unless you have like multi-dimensional data, right? I guess I just need to try out R more to see like the use cases, because right now I'm struggling to understand when I would use a list. That's the kind of thing. I use lapply to loop through multiple tables and perform the same process to all of those tables. Aha, yeah, so that you're consistent because you don't know what's in them necessarily. That makes sense. Wonderful. Have a final look at the console and see how sapply did a great job at simplifying the rather uninformative list of vectors that lapply returns. It actually returned a nicely formatted matrix. So I stick all those tables in a list. You can't create a vector of tables, right? Maybe you should stream, Jordan. It'd be cool to watch. I know you probably can't stream your work, but it would be cool to watch other people stream on Twitch doing data stuff. I did find a cool guy streaming Tableau stuff on the weekend, and hoping he can join chat today. Then I can give him a nice shout out. Let's see if he joins. It seems like we've hit the jackpot with Sapley. Yeah, so this is the part now we get to discover where Sapley doesn't work. Okay, apply below 0 for temp using Sapley. Sapley temp freezing. Oh, below 0. We have to apply this to freezing S. I've thought about it. Gonna have a think about potential things to work on. Ah, you've thought about streaming. Very good, my friend. Very good. I support you 100% if you would like to start streaming. The more the merrier. There's space for all of us, which is a very big place. You just can't stream Monday, Friday, because that's my slot. Go away. Freezing L. And this is using, oops, that's a typo. Using L apply. Okay. Are freezing S and freezing L identical? I don't know the identical function, but I'm assuming it's just freezing L, freezing S, and it will tell you true, false. They are identical. Given that the length of the output of below 0 changes for different input vectors, sapply is not able to nicely convert the output. Lapply is to a nicely formatted matrix. Instead, the output values of sapply and lapply are exactly the same, as shown by the true output of identical. Okay.
Don't cry. Talk to me.
Apply print info over the contents of temp with sapply. Repeat this process. Do you notice the difference? Now sapply doesn't work because it will return null because of this. Quite surprisingly, sapply does not simplify the list of nulls. That's because the vector version of a list of nulls would simply be a null, which is no longer a vector, right? That makes sense. This is a long chapter. Reverse engineering sapply. Okay, without going straight to the console to run the code, try to reason through which of the following statements are correct. I hate these exercises. I hate pop quizzes. I really do. Oh. Okay. Without going straight to the console. So this is a list. Run if 10. What does run if 10 do? Run if 10. Is that random numerics? Oh, random uniforms. So it's number between 0 and 1. Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so C min x mean max x returns a vector with min, mean, max for each one. This code generates a matrix with 3 rows and 2 columns. The function used inside sapply is anonymous. That is definitely true. Number 3 is true. This code generates a matrix, not sure. The resulting data structure does not contain any names. That's not true, because we're saying mean. So this is true. So it can only be, great. It can only be 2, 3, and 4, 2 and 3, or 1 and 3. So it can't be 4, therefore it can only be one of these two. sapply can't simplify the result that lapply would return, and thus returns a list of vectors. I think this is true. I think it's this one. sapply is able to simplify the result that lapply would return to a matrix because the function's output is always a vector length 3. So then it's 2 and 3. This code generates a matrix with 3 rows and 2 columns. Right. I want to run the code. I'm not done with you yet, data camp. Yeah. Of course it's 3 rows and 2 columns. Makes complete sense. Now that I see it. Oof. Well, we don't get the XP again, so that's fine. And of course there's another one. Vapely, or Vaply I should say. Alright. Recap. So what is vapply? Vector of city names. Fun dot names again. Oh, this is really heavy in the video. Whatever. We'll just go through. We'll get it. It's fine. Okay. Before you get your hands dirty with the third and last apply function, let's take a look at its syntax. This is with a named entity, right? So basics returns min, mean, max with the values. Apply basics over temp. Sympathy! Wow, happy to catch your stream over my lunch break. I am so happy that you are taking time over your lunch break to watch me. I'm truly honored. I love your overlay setup for your stream. Thank you, Sympathy. If you do not know about Sympathy, then I highly recommend to check out her amazing streams, mostly game dev. The last one that we were looking at, the last stream you were doing is about Twitch integrated games with marbles, which I really like. The camera border is very clutch. Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm so happy to have you here. That's so cool. I really like how a lot of the science and tech streamers always pop into each other's streams. That's really cool. Yes, I am learning R. Trying to learn R, I should say. It's not easy. Do you know R already? Here's the link to the course I'm doing on DataCamp, in case you're interested. So we've done Lapply and Sapply, and now it's Vaply. And I have to apply basics over temp using Vaply. So temp basics. But I'm gonna have to do basics dot value, right? Or not? Use names. Oh, that's the default. I don't have to put that. I do not know R, but I am ready to absorb knowledge. Okay, I'm trying to beam as much knowledge as I can through the screen to you. Fun value is missing with no default. Okay. You can use numeric 3 to specify the fun value. Where is that coming from? Basics dot function value numeric 3. So this tells it that there's 3 that there's 3 rows. Okay, that seems to make sense. So you've got 7 days. Reminds me of the Craig David song whenever I hear 7 days. I suppose this is correct. We didn't put a default. Notice how just as with sapply and vapply, vapply neatly transfers the names that you specify in the basics function to the row names of the matrix. Yeah, so min, min, max coming from this in the function. Okay. Now I'm ready to do a hard one. Okay. Philip showed you the... Okay, Philip, I didn't watch you. I'm sorry. vapply will throw an error. Inspect the code on the right and try to run it. If you haven't changed anything, an error should pop up. Values must be length 3, but funx1 result length is 4. That's because there's now min, mean, median, and max. So I should say numeric 4. Okay, that was not hard yet. This was not hard yet. Okay. More robust version of sapply because you explicitly restrict the output. Converting your sapply expressions in your own R scripts to vapply expressions is good practice and also a breeze. Easy, breezy, lemon, squeezy, Japanesey. Okay. Convert all the sapply to their vapply counterparts. The results should be exactly the same, you're only adding robustness. Okay. You'll need the templates numeric 1 and logical 1. Why are there people splashing in a pool? This isn't the hot tub stream. Yet. Maybe at some point. Who knows? So that's the function. And then logical 1. What is logical 1? I still don't understand what that actually does. You've got no more excuses to use sapply in the future. I have a lot of excuses. Yeah, I was reading about the hot tub meta stuff. I was reading that apparently Twitch sees it as a breach of terms of service if you're in a bikini but you're not near a body of water, which is why all the guys or girls are dressed scantily are near a pool or a kiddie pool. I'm trying to do SQL queries in Snowflake today and I'm struggling hard. Oh, sympathy. Yeah, SQL is tough, definitely. Feel free to ask questions in chat. We can try and debug a little bit while I'm learning R. Or Jordan also knows a lot of SQL, I remember. Logical 1 in this case is saying that there's a one logical Boolean variable in the function. Yeah, true, false, right? So numeric is number of rows. Sorry, numeric is the data type, just like logical, and then the number is the number of rows. It's okay. I think I'm just struggling because my query works in one database but not the other. Oh, yeah, flavors of SQL are different too. That's always fun. At least R is the same everywhere, right? I hope. R is just R. I just need to focus. I will get back into it after lunch. Yeah. Well, now it's your lunch break, so you can relax, chill, have a good time. If you're just joining the stream now, by the way, I don't play the videos on stream because my VODs end up on YouTube and I don't want people to be able to consume this course for free. So I just sort of scan the transcript of the videos if there's videos in the lesson. Not all of them have videos, so it's a bit tricky. Makes it harder, which is cool. I like the challenge. I'm writing work emails over lunch. Oh, sorry to hear that. You should have a chill lunch break. I feel for you. But I'm super appreciative that you come here over your lunch break. Like over my lunch break, I try to reduce my screen time if possible. Try to eat lunch with my partner every day if she's home. I will chill once I'm good at my job. Oh, sympathy, come on. You ain't getting no sympathy from me. You are definitely already good at your job. 100% guaranteed. Loads of useful functions, mathematically to abs. The innermost function, abs. Mr. Simply has to work in the office, so I always alone over lunch. Aww, that's lonely. I've been really cherishing now being in lockdown or being home since last March, working from home. And my partner, she's at home very often, not every day, but often. And we've just been able to spend so much more time together, which is really cool. A lot of people would probably say, oh, don't you get in each other's way? And, you know, don't you want your own space and stuff? But honestly, it's been really great. It's been fantastic. And sure, there are times when we want to, like, you know, spend time alone or whatever, but the apartment's big enough, or we can go outside, you can go for a walk. It's no big deal. I think it's a good sign, let's say. Good sign indeed. Abs calculates the absolute value of an array. Oh, right, okay. It's not a muscle function. Round, sum, mean. Functions for data structures. Okay. Sequence of numbers. Now it's getting interesting. Rep. How many reps can you do? Replicate its inputs. How many times replication should happen? Sort, string, structure of, oh, well, string. Sorry, I always confuse str with string. Structure of a list. Is, as, asterisk. Dot functions are functions. You can check the type of your data structure. Append. Okay. Cool. That must be nice. When I get back to the office in September, I will eat with coworkers. Oh, you already know that you're going back to the office in September. Is that already been decided? We don't have any information about that yet, actually. Still trying to get everyone vaccinated here. Mathematical utilities. All right. It's a soft decision, might move. Okay. Absolute value. Calculate the sum of the absolute rounded values of the training errors. You can work in parts or with a single one-liner. There's no need to store the result in a variable. So the sum of the absolute rounded value of errors. Sum of absolute rounded values of errors. Does this work? 29. We have success. Don't edit these two lines. Fix the error. Fix the error by including code on the last line. Remember, you want to call mean only once. What's the error? Trim must be numeric of length 1. Mean is only... What's rev do? What if I do the sum of the absolute of both? Ah, okay. Mean takes a vector of numerical values, so make sure that abs and abs are elements of a vector. Oh. So mean C 4.48. Ah, okay. If you check the documentation of mean, you'll see that only the first argument should be a vector. If you specify a second argument, R will match the arguments by position and expect a specification of the trim. Ah, so you have to merge the two vectors. Okay. Ooh. All right. Data utilities. Oh, again with the LinkedIn, Facebook stuff, man. Ah, I don't want this stuff. Can I just say, we also somehow managed to pass 150 followers on Twitch. So thank you. Thank you. That's really cool. I had no idea that that happened. Someone told me last stream. I hadn't been paying attention. Convert LinkedIn and Facebook to a vector. L-I-vec. C LinkedIn. Ooh, I think I've heard this song before on my SoundCloud. FBVec. Facebook. Append FBVec to LIVec as social vec. Append LIVec and FBVec. And now we have to sort social vec. What was sort? Yeah, sort. Social vec. XB must be atomic. Oh, from high to low. Sort a vector in ascending order. Works on numerics, but also on character strings and logicals. Do we have to specify this? Convert both LinkedIn lists to a vector and store them as LinkedIn. Okay, next append. Facebook data comes last. Save the result as social vector. Sort social vec from high to low. Print the resulting vector. Oh, we didn't. I don't know what it expects here. Okay, there's something weird happening here. Future 1990. I shall summon the gods of R. Hopefully that worked. I don't know if he has heard my call. Possibly. Social vec is a list. But how can it be? I used append. These are both vectors. Convert LinkedIn and Facebook to a vector. Isn't that right? Generate sequences, replicate elements of vectors, sort a vector, reverse the elements in a data structure, display the structure of any R object. Well, structure of LinkedIn vector. Oh, it is a list. Unlist. Flatten possibly embedded list to produce a vector. So we have to use unlist here. That's the problem. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should have seen that because it was making a list. I could have just changed this to a C. That's cheating though. Check your sort. Ah, that's what I wanted. The second argument. Okay. Descending, decreasing. What's the... Decreasing equals true. Oh, of course. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Check the docs. We don't read manuals, Jordan. We don't read manuals on this stream. You know that. Even worse. It's not gonna work. Watch this. Oh. Did it work? Nope. Oh, if you're comfortable with these functions, you can combine some of them into powerful one-liners. Oh no. Correct the expression. Make sure that your fix still uses the functions rep and SQL. Oh, what is this fix me? Okay. Okay. Okay, sequence. One 7 by equals 2. Oh, I want to see. Fine. Sequence R docs. From 2 by number of increment. Blah blah blah. Sequence from 2 by. So 1 7 by 2. Okay. Wait, there's something weird here. And this is doing a rep call? X and number of times. So this is wrong. It should be sequence and rep. Ha! Sequence need 3 arguments, it only has 2 right now. My lunch is yummy. Steak quesadilla. Whoa, I wish you could share photos on Twitch. That would be... Oh no, actually I don't. I take that back. Because I know what would happen if that could happen. Debugging code is also a big part of daily routine of a data scientist. What? I'm not trying to become a data scientist. I'm trying to become a data analyst. Or a better data analyst. Did you make it yourself, Sympathy? Steak quesadilla sounds pretty nice. I already had dinner and I'm hungry again now. Thank you. Create my first sequence. Sequence 1 to 500 by equals 3. I ordered it. That's okay. You don't always have to cook your own stuff. I'm too lazy to cook recently except for dinner. I know. I know the feeling. I normally cook 4 or 5 times a week, and it's really gone down recently. I haven't found a lot of time. Need to really get back into it. Okay, there's a sequence. Okay. Create a second sequence. So this is seq 1. What's our second sequence? Again with the sequence, create a sequence that goes from 1200 to 900. Okay, so you can go backwards. That's cool. -7. Calculate the total sum of the sequences, either by using the sum function twice and adding the 2 results, or by first concatenating the sequences and then using the sum function once. What was concat for R? Oh yeah, there is a concat function. Sequence 1, sequence 2. Okay. Oh no, wait a second. Just use C. What is it with their obsession with combined values? What is it with R's obsession with just using single letters for stuff? But concat is a function. It's just not available in the vanilla R. Oh, that's in a different package. Ah. Oh, is there a dark mode? Sweet! Protecting our eyes. Okay, so we have concat, but it's old legacy from the days when R was first created. Base R functions are all a bit like that. Beat Gauss using R. What kind of title is that? Interesting. Oh, has it happened? Oh my god. I promise that I did not know this was coming. We need to take a moment because we need to bathe in the glory that is regular expressions.
Wow.
Kirtas, thank you very much for the follow. Hello. How are you today? What brings you to the fabulous data analytics stream? Modern day functions from packages generally have better names. Yes, I would hope so. What is the transcript? I don't even need the transcript because I am a regex boy, as White Panther would say. What are regex? Please teach. Okay, Sympathy. Regular expressions are a way to match patterns inside a character string or any kind of collection of strings. Oh, look at that. Regular expressions can be used to see whether a pattern exists inside a character string. Awesome. So grepl reminds me of Rick and Morty. The currency of the guy who steals Steely from the offices when they're going reviewing all the stuff that he stole, and he's like, "This is 49 grepels." That's totally what this is. I just realized that there is a science and tech section in Twitch. Congratulations. Congratulations. You're very interested in data analytics. Wonderful. You can match any pattern. Sympathy. In regex, you can match any pattern that you can write. You can match any pattern. It's just a bit complicated sometimes to match certain patterns. But okay, so this is, it returns true if the pattern's found, and grep just gives you the vector of indices of the ones that match. So grepl, what is the, okay, I have to look up grepl. It's too funny. It's not in a package. Package base. Grepl pattern. I want to do this. I want to copy this. Okay, so it's grepl. Then we have our regex pattern to generate a vector of logicals that indicates whether these email addresses contain edu. Okay. The pattern to search is emails. No, sorry. The pattern to search is our regex, and then emails. And these are all the default functions. Ignore case, true, false. Okay. So our pattern for edu would be edu, for example. And now this one will either return true or false. You see, true, true, false, true, true, false. Edu, gov, org. But we should be more specific because edu could come up in part of the name. So for example, you can write, you want it to match precisely .edu. And for example, at the end of the string, you can use a $sign at the end of the string. This is, fortunately, I'm already quite good at regex. This is going to help a lot. Oh, unrecognized escape in character string. What flavor of regex is it? Ah, so it's double escapes. Okay. So you see this returns the same result, but it's more accurate. It's basically greediness, or whatever you would like to call it. There's like the hat, for example, is the start of the string. So here, false, 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 because none of the strings are just .edu. And .star is the least greedy expression. That means literally everything. So anything and then .edu. But it's usually not necessary. Oops, I didn't want to submit. Okay. So what I want is just, for example, like this. That would be my regular expression. But they just say to match for edu, so we'll just leave it as edu because that's what they want. The star for like global, yeah, exactly. So .star is global. There's a way that you write with syntax, depending on the flavor of regex. I can definitely recommend regex101.com. That is the one that I use all the time to test my regular expressions. It explains, so for example, if you have a couple of strings like sympathy, Jordan, Peck, who else we got in here? Kirtast, who else wants to be featured? Jay, Walter, and Maddie Two Shoes. So if you have a couple of names, you can start writing, for example, starts with S and then anything. So this would only match sympathy, for example. And there's these global modifiers, which are saying global and multi-line, which is just to set how it tests against multiple strings. So this is super helpful to build regex. And you can definitely also share. You can save this and you get a little thingy, so you can save it and send it to someone. And it has all the different flavors here, because there are quite a few different flavors, and it should tell you, depending where you're writing the regex for, it should tell you what it supports. So I assume R would be something like the same as Python, probably. With like very simple expressions, there isn't a big difference. But yeah, it can get quite complicated with groups and things like that. So that is for your perusal. Python is what you'll be using. Wonderful. You'd have to check which I'd have to check which version of regex is used in R, because I actually don't know. Jordan might know, because he's an R god. He is R god. I do like all the R puns. So we have matched for that. Now we can do grep, which is the same thing. What was the syntax for grep? I assume it's the same or very similar. So pattern edu from emails, save the result to hits. Subset emails using hits. How? Subset. What was subset? So subset emails hits. Subset emails hits. Subset must be logical. Does it always return a Boolean? No. So grepl, yes. Grepl does. That returns true or false. But grep returns the indices of the character strings that match. So 1, 3, 7, for example. Indexes. Subset emails hits. Oh no, it's the other way around. It's hits from emails. Oh, subset must be logical. Check your call of grepl. Did you correctly specify the argument pattern? Have you correctly called grepl? You can use grepl. Oh, excuse me. It's double quotes. I'm very used to single quotes from SQL. So it's emails. Emails hits. I think that is right. I don't get it. That's not... Check your call of grepl. Double quotes and single quotes are interchangeable in R. Okay. So why is it telling me that this is not correct? Explain, Jordan. Tell me why it's not working. This is literally what I wrote. Let's take this out for a second. Oh, right. You can just do emails. Oh, you had to use subset. Okay. I thought I had to use the function, but as it turns out, I do not. So basically, select all the emails that end with .edu. However, the strings education world and invalid.edu were also matched, you see? And that is because, yeah, they don't have an at something.edu. Could have written the regex a little bit better. Grepl and grep too. Yay, more regex stuff. Okay. Grepl. This I should be able to just breeze through. Use grepl to use match for edu more. With the more advanced regular expression to return a logical vector, simply print the result. Your team regex? Jordan, no. Jordan, please. Don't tell me that you say regular. Because it's just not possible. White Panther does the same thing. And my explanation to her was, nobody says regular, they say regular. So it's just like with GIF. Graphics interchange format, not graphics. It's regular expressions and regex. You know that doesn't make any sense, right? I may have to ban you from stream. I'm sorry. I agree. Oh, kick. Yeah. This is what the science and tech community argues about. Pronunciation of regex, excuse me. So something more robust like we did before. Starts with anything. Something at, oh, we'll need to double escape the at, I think. So anything at followed by .edu, and that's the end of the string. See, they're doing what I told you before. I could have written this part probably. Emails. Use grep. It's a really cool track. Use grep to match for edu addresses more robustly. Save results to hit. Okay. True, false, false, true, false. True, false, false. False, true, false. That seems more robust to me. Pop quiz. Do you know what grep and grepl stands for? Oh, Jordan, no, I hate pop quizzes. They might even ask that. I would say grep stands for get regular expression, and get regular expression is grepl. That's what I think. Emails. It's. See, now it's correct. A careful construction of our regular expression leads to more meaningful matches. However, even a robust email selector will often match some incorrect email addresses. For instance, at. Ooh, okay, yeah, I could have matched that too with just one instance. Like you go like this, at, and then you say exactly one. General regular express. Oh damn! Now I read it that way, Gordon Peck. General regular expression pattern and general regular expression logical. Logical because Boolean. Ah. Well, anywho, yeah, if you had wanted to just include one at sign, you could say at and then exactly one character. But then you would have to be more greedy here. Maybe. That might have worked too. Okay. Grep and grepl were used to simply check whether a regular expression could be matched with a character vector. Sub and gsub take it one step further. You can specify a replacement. Oh. So you can use regex to search and then replace them. That's basically search and replace from anything. Oh my god, we had this song before. Use sub to convert. What's the syntax for sub? If inside the character vector x, the regular expression. Are you on Twitter, Matty Two Shoes? I have a Twitter account. I don't use it, basically. I have a Twitter account because Twitter otherwise nudges you all the time to log in. That's basically the reason. But if you'd like to send me something, you can whisper me on Twitch, and I'll see it in 3 days when Twitch decides to notify me about a whisper. Or you can message me on LinkedIn, or you can schedule a call with me on my website. If you type !meet in chat, you can get the link to book a meeting. I think. I don't remember. Something like this. So, replacement argument. Sub only replaces the first match, whereas G sub global. So sub. Ah, that's the wrong one. Sub. And generate HTML. What? Base grep. Where is this? There we go. Okay, so this is the pattern. Sub. With the advanced regular expression, which they've already given us, fine. Use sub to replace the match with @datacamp.edu. Since there will only be one match per character string, gsub is not necessary. Emails. Run. Okay. Alright. To get a taste of other things you can accomplish with regex, head over to the next exercise. What other things can we do with regex? Oh yeah. Okay. What does this code chunk return? A word is already defined in the workspace. Okay. 1 Oscar, 1 Oscar, another 9. Okay, what does this do? Sub. Regular expression looks for anything and then white space and then 0 to 9 repeating. Okay. Space, nomination, and then anything, and then end of string. Replaces with 1 awards. From awards. So it's replacing something nominations with 1 awards. After the ones that have Before you rack your brains, have a look at the new things that will be used. Yeah, I know these things. At least once. White space. Match a space. The S is normally a character. Escaping it makes a meta character. Nomination. So it would only match 3, 4, and 6. And it would replace those with 1. And that's with the first group. Yeah, so it's just extracting the number of nominations, which is 2, 3, and 1. Oh no, sorry, it's 24. Where's the 1 coming from? 1, 24, 2, 3, 2, 1. Is it a vector of integers or a vector of character strings? That's the real question, because this is a awards is, I don't remember. Let's find out. Characters. So it's a vector of character strings. I think it's this answer. The first character string inside awards doesn't contain nomination. Yeah, that's right. The vector awards gets returned as a single element that matches. No, that's not true. Containing 1 Oscar? Why would it return this one? Because it didn't find nomination? because it didn't replace anything. Oh. If a pattern doesn't match with sub, then it returns whatever was in the... Okay. Oh no. I don't know. This was not the one I wanted to do today. Times and dates. Oh boy. Okay. We've spent... This is kind of crazy. So we did an entire stream where we did up to functions. And now we've spent 3 and 4 and 5. So 4 and 5. That's interesting. They said this one was like 4 to 5 hours, so I guess that makes sense. And I'm guessing Sympathy's gonna have to go back to work soon, because lunch break is, I guess, over. Not sure when you came into chat. Check the timestamps on that. Yeah, it's been about 45 minutes. Oh, you started lunch late. Yeah. I do have to head out soon. Unfortunate. We said. Okay. Yeah. Always lots of work. I got it. Time and dates. Dates are represented by date objects. Times are represented by POSIX CT objects. Okay. Date objects. Oh, again the yawn. Terrible. I don't know why I'm yawning. Because I'm not actually tired. I don't know, maybe it's the light. I have to maybe change something with the lighting. Date objects store a number of days since 1st of January 1970. That's basically Unix. It is okay. I just hope I can get what I need to do done. We believe in you, Sympathy. I believe in you at least, and I'm sure everyone else in chat also believes in you. POSIX, on the other hand, store the number of seconds since Unix. Okay, this is basically Unix timestamp. Common origin for representing times and dates in a wide range of programming languages. There's no particular reason for this. It's a simple convention. Yeah. Ask R for the current date. I don't know now. Today. Thanks everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into work, but I will leave a lurk. I will have to tune in more to learn more regex. I don't know how much more regex we will do, but if you ever have regex questions, feel free to reach out, of course. You can use the lurk command if you would like to lurk, which is of course appreciated if you'd like to stick around for a bit. Ask R for the current date. Yeah, I don't know. Like, how am I supposed to know what the function is? Just date. Could it be any more simple? All right, so this is in UTC, obviously, because I'm UTC +2. It's 10:48 here. Okay, let's see what today looks like under the hood. Call unclass. Hold on to your hat. We're going deeper into... Oh no, I know what's coming. I know what's going to happen. I think we are about to get raided. Not on date times. I don't want to get raided on date times. See what today looks like under the hood. Call unclass on date. Like this? Huh? That didn't even work. Oh. Yeah. That would help, wouldn't it, Jordan? Thank you so much. How is this under the hood? I don't... It's just showing me the same output. Oh, right, because I hadn't stored it in a variable before. It's just this tiny little horizontal chevron dude. And the dashy. That's it. Dashy chevron guy. Okay, now ask R for the current time. Please tell me it's just time. Oh, come on. How is it not just called time? It must be now. Now? Why wouldn't they just tell us what the freaking command... How am I supposed to know what the function is called? Current time R. Oh, systime. Yeah, of course I'm supposed to know this. Yeah. How am I supposed to know this? Oh, and it's capital S, isn't it? So this is something that already annoys me about R. Case sensitive function name. There is no good reason to have this anymore. If you have a function called date, then just introduce something called time or current timestamp like SQL has. And don't make it freaking capital sense. Oh, this is just... Is there a... it's not as common nowadays. Why not? Can you extract the time from the date? Because it has it in it. The base R functions are super annoying in that respect. Sociable Steve! Resubscribe.
They're great!
Thank you very much for the resub. That is the second... The White Panther raid went to the wrong place.
Nice.
Is that what happened? Thank you, Aristia, for the follow. Shout out to you, Steve. I did that for you. Big shout out to Steve, who spent the entire month of March streaming for charity and has now gotten back on the streaming horse and is playing Dismantle, which is a very interesting post-apocalyptic game. And I took some time to make the right shout out for you. And I was waiting for you to come into the stream so that I could show you. And Jibo, thank you so much for the bits. Mr. Robot, how did you learn to code in R? I'm currently learning to code in R using data count. And I should have written that in chat and I wrote it here instead. You can use the today command. I'm glad you love it, Steve. That's perfect. It's really the squishy sound is just really slaps. Okay, let's unclass now to see what this looks like under the hood. Yeah, am I surprised it's a Unix timestamp? I'm not surprised. What's your learning sources for learning R? Literally just this right now. And of course the R documentation, which I can also link to in chat. Oh boy. We have a raid, ladies and gentlemen and friends. I raided the wrong Matty Two Shoes. I had 90 people. Oh Oh no! I thought there's only one Matty Two Shoes.
They're great.
How did you raid twice? Did you restart your stream? I tried to get Matty Two Shoes without the underscore, but you know. CM Griffin, thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate that. And Indie Monkey, thank you for the follow. Shoutouts due where they're due. CM Griffin, amazing streamer. You're really dedicated. I admire that. The amount of time that you stream, I don't know how. I don't know how. She told us all to go back to her channel and we try it again. Wait, was Matty Two Shoes online? The other streamer? Oh my gosh, really? No. Ah, he wasn't. So you raided an offline channel. That's even better. Oh, that's hilarious.
They're great.
Oh my gosh. Matty Three Shoes, pro streamer. Oh my gosh, we have kicked off a hype train. Incredible. Thank you so much for the support, everyone. This is very surprising. Oh no, Noob coming in with the gift subs. Oh, look at that, Jordan. Jordan, you definitely deserve it. All the hype to a Black Mirror. Indeed. Oh my gosh. What is happening, people?
Wow.
Noob, are you saving up all of your channel points for this? That was definitely worth it. Epic Sax guy is incredible. Jordan, welcome to the data pack. You now have a lovely bar chart available to you. I cannot even keep up with what is happening right now. Luckily, my stream is staying up, even though there is this huge emote explosion happening. What is happening, people? UK Mad... Oh my gosh. 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much. Are you trying to break my stream? What is happening right now? I've tested it, but I've never stress tested it. That is very fair. Thank you so much for the gift subs. UK medals. That is very, very kind. Welcome to all the new subs. Rick, Sharpclaw, I see you were lurking. Toefrog, Canhorn, Meep Meep.
Nice.
And
Wow.
and Meadow Sea. Canhorn has gifted a sub as well. Thank you so much. This is so much to keep up with. This is crazy. Level 3 hype train. Honestly, I'm in shock. I really don't know what to say right now. I was just messing with date times in R, people. I was doing just simple stuff. Aristia, thank you also for cheering 15 bits. Thank you, Yanzor, for the follow. There was so much happening there. I'm pretty sure I missed stuff. Thank you to everyone who has followed. You shall be thanked at the end as well. Ian, thank you as well for gifting a sub to UK Medals. I can't believe UK that you gave out gift subs without being subbed yourself. That's incredible. And thank you everyone for that support. That is really cool. Level 4 hype train, that's incredible. I have never seen something like this. And Sharpclaw, you are now also part of the data clan. You have this wonderful bar chart. I can see some people have already got oh wow, tier 2. That is
Wow.
beautiful bar chart with little silver star. That is just such a nice Cathorn, thank you for the follow. Meep meep. It's one of our inside jokes now, isn't it? Also, huge shout out huge shout out to you, White Panther. Thank you so much for the raid. Obviously, go follow White Panther if you are not following her yet, which would be odd because basically 99% of you that are here now came from the raid. So, Matteo, nice to see you in chat. This is truly an honor. If it is the Matteo from Italia. Noob, you were not following White Panther. That is inexcusable, I think. So after that hype, we can finally explain what we're doing. We're trying to learn R with the help of DataCamp. And we currently have been learning about dates and times in R, which honestly is unsurprising and slightly annoying with their sort of case-sensitive functions. You installed Twitch just for me? The whole Twitch? Like the whole website? You didn't need to download the website, just so you know. But it's great that you signed up. That's fantastic. I'm just trolling. And I should not troll. But it's great that you signed up just for me. That is... Check your call of unclass. Make sure to unclass today. What? I did this. Oh, the app on mobile. You actually downloaded the mobile app. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's incredible. Truly, because the mobile app is not great. That's true dedication, definitely. Oh my word. Okay, so what is it wrong with unclass? What's happening here?
Wow.
Sir Lord Lone Wolf, thank you for the follow. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I have to see all your old videos. Oh, it doesn't like... Oh, I see, Jord. I see. But like, it's the same result.
Wow.
Ooh, this... Okay. Noob, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Matteo.
Nice.
If you don't know Matteo, you might not know Matteo. He's from the analytics community. He is a amazing content creator. Have we done the hype train success? Have we done it? Oh wow, level 3. That is truly amazing support. Thank you everyone in the community for this today. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Matteo is a content creator from Italy, and it's cool to see a lot of these analytics content creators and community members coming over to Twitch to join me in my journey. I don't know what it's doing here. Oh yeah, it was the capital D. Thank you, Matteo. Really appreciate the support. If you want to see all of my old videos, they are on YouTube. I don't have a custom channel name because I'm not as amazing and famous as White Panther. And thank you for the bits, by the way, White Panther. I didn't miss that. I will get around to uploading the last 2 or 3. They've been uploaded, but I need to finish off the thumbnails. But you can still catch them on Twitch for the moment. It's always 14 days on Twitch, so I have always 2 weeks to finish them. Yeah, interesting. So DataCamp runs... UK was asking, is DataCamp running a Jupyter as the runtime? And Jordan somehow knows this. This doesn't surprise me that you know this. DataCamp runs RStudio Server on AWS and then puts a web interface in front of it. That's very cool. I wouldn't have known that. I don't know how you figured that out. Maybe they say it somewhere. All these bar charts in chat looking pretty nice. We have now hit 24 subs. It's incredible, really. And well, if you're new here or if you're not familiar, I donate 99% of my revenue because really I don't need the money. It's nice to be able to finance things like the data camp subscription, but I just donate it to charity. So your money is going towards a good cause. Where are the normal emotes? The emotes are on their way. 2 have been completed of 5. So the last 3 should be coming very soon. Panther, you have to go lie down and recover from your tomfoolery. That's okay, you didn't need to bring 90 people. I appreciate the raid, even if it's just you raiding me. It's totally fine. Doesn't matter. No problem. I hope you had a good stream. I managed to catch some of it before I had to hop on over here. Looked already quite fun getting the shop set up. Bye Bits.
Nice.
Bye Panther. Have a good one. Thank you again for joining and cheering and causing all this ruckus in chat. And hype. Ruckus hype. Hype ruckus. So, okay. Definition of character strings representing dates. Convert the strings to dates. Nice. Okay, so date 2 as dot date str2 format equals. This will be interesting. Is it like, how do I know 4-digit year? Oh, I don't need to write all of them. I can just write it once. Nice. Okay. Year dash percent. Is that month? Month. 2-digit month. And then 2-digit day of the month. Okay. Date 3 as date. Now you've all gone quiet. You're all exhausted from this hype train. Makes sense to me. I'm exhausted already. Oof. Format equals. Okay, so what are we doing here? What is this? 30 January 2006. Okay, so it's again %d / the month written out. %b / y 4-digit year. Convert dates to formatted strings. Format date to weekday. That's weird. Format function. Extract useful information from the dates as character strings using formats. Are we back? I hope. I hope we are back. I don't know if we're back. We are back. My internet line has actually gone down for some reason. Which is crazy. Sorry about that. I'm tethered to my hotspot, so I don't know how long that's gonna last. Too much hype for a Monday? Probably. I had internet issues the past few weeks and I got a new modem and they installed new firmware. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it, Ian. I'll definitely be knocking on my provider's door again. To those of you who stayed, thank you for staying through this technical issue. I was just trying to run my code to make sure that I get an answer. Okay, that didn't work. I will have to plug this in though. Give me 1 second. Okay, so that's not working. Great. Savage. I can't believe that happened. Have a look at another format for date too. Oh, they want us to use different stuff. I don't know. Oh, what? Oh, right, because it's written here. I don't read instructions. A, D, and then B %Y. Typos. Wonderful. I am a date magician. What did I miss in chat while I was gone? Someone update me. What did I miss? Hope I didn't miss too much. I hope. Probably just more hype or more stream F. Emote broke it. Oh, it's because of the Twitch hype what emote that Canhorn used. I've actually never seen those before. Those are cool. Twitch, funnily enough, says my connection is stable, which is kind of crazy. That's nuts on a hotspot, but okay. We won't be going much longer anyhow today, so that's a new one for you as well. Okay, wonderful. Definition. Let me see. We're on the last 4 exercises, so we'll be done with this today, and then we can move on to whatever the next one is next time. So, okay, string 1, string 2, convert the strings to time. Time 2. As dot POSIX. Oh, why did they make this so awkward to type? String 2. Format equals. What is the format? What do we want? Convert the 2 strings that represent timestamps to POSIX CT objects. Use format to create a string from time 1 containing only the minutes. From time 2 extract the hours and minutes. Okay. I have to say what format this is. Is it the same format as dates before? So it would be %year %m %d and then space hours as decimal number 00 to 23, which is the correct notation. %m as minutes as a decimal, and then oops, I did some boo-boo there. And then %s. Okay. Convert times to formatted strings. Format. Time 1. We want to contain only the minutes. Okay. Shorthand notation for the typical format. Ooh, I can just use this. %t. Just minutes. 1 minute. Format time 2. What do we want? Hours and minutes as hours, minutes, AM, PM. Hours is hours. Minutes. Oh, it's so hard from formatting point of view. AM, PM. P. Oh. What? Hours as a decimal. You didn't say it should be a decimal. Shame on you, Datacam, for not being precise. Format time to I %m %o. It's lowercase p. Yay! Oh, right, because if you want AM PM, then you don't need. Oh, of course. Of course. Okay, calculations with datos. This doesn't seem so easy. I hope the stream stays up for this part. So date and POSIX objects are represented by simple numerical values under the hood. This makes calculation with date and time to objects very straightforward. Okay. Oh yeah, you can do the same in SQL. Minus interval 1 day and stuff like that. So, okay. To control your eating habits, you decided to write down the dates of the last 5 days that you ate pizza. Okay. Difference between the last and the first pizza day. Calculate the number of days that passed between the last and first day you ate pizza. Day 5 minus day 1. $18 days. Create differences between consecutive pizza days. Day diff. What are we doing here? Use the function diff on pizza. This is more exciting than LinkedIn or Facebook. Definitely. Diff pizza. Average period between two. Print the result. Day diff. 2, 5, 6. Okay. Oh no, we have to average it. Oops. There we go. Nice. Okay. I think this is the second last exercise for today. Login and logout are already calculate the difference between login and logout. Time online. Diff. Login. Logout. Time online. Inspect with str for structure. Oh, okay. Hold on. Calculate the difference between the two vectors logout and login. Store the result in a variable. R is much nicer for data arithmetic than SQL. Yeah, I'm noticing that too. Although, can you do stuff like generate series in R? I guess so. Shouldn't be such an issue. Yeah, it's SQL date. Oh, okay. Yeah, date sequence. That makes sense. Just let me check one thing. Just had to write a small message down. Okay, so it didn't calculate the difference. Well, if I just do log in minus log out. Oh, okay. What's it doing here? Diff time. atomic. Minus, minus, minus. Character seconds. Inspect the variable. Calculate the total time the user was online. Well, it would be the sum of time online and then the mean of time online. That seems too simple. But these are time differences. Oh wait, I think it's log out minus log in. Don't forget to print the resulting variable. Really? Oh, they don't want structure, they just want time online. Really? Oh, okay. Final exercise. Here we go. Time is of the essence. The dates when a season begins and ends can vary depending on who you ask. Oh, okay. Okay. A vector astro, which contains character strings representing the dates on which the 4 astronomical seasons start, has been defined on your workspace. In, on, in. Similarly, a vector meteo has already been created for you with the meteorological beginnings of a season. Use asDate to convert the astro vector to a vector containing date objects. You will need D, B, and Y symbols to specify the format. Store the resulting vector as astro dates. Let's check out what astro looks like. Astro dates. Convert astro to vector of date objects. Isn't it just C? Astro? I think so. Convert meteo to a vector of date objects. Oh, we have to format. Yeah, as.date format wait, it's not called format. It would be astro like this. I think that's what we did before. Okay, so astro dates, as date astro, and these are as day minus month minus year. I want to see what this looks like. Astro dates. Yep, that looks correct. Okay. Meteo dates. This time you'll need B. Oh, we should check out what meteo looks like, so we know how to format it. Okay, so we need month, space, day, comma, and then year, last 2 characters. No errors. With a combination of max abs and minus, calculate the maximum absolute difference between the astronomical and meteorological beginnings of a season. Maximum absolute difference of astro dates minus meteo dates. run. 24 days. Oh! I got it first try. Holy crap. Okay. So I just finished intermediate R. Wow. Yeah, first try indeed. So basically, I am how many percent away from becoming a data analyst? 83% away. That was 2% of the entire track? Oh my god. Just spent 4 hours on this. Okay. So we could take an assessment next time. Jordan, look what's coming. Tidyverse. Ooh, principal data scientist at Heap. That's fun. That should be pretty modern. Yeah, Heap Analytics. That should be a pretty modern one. So, listen, people. This is all for today. Definitely. We are now going to... we're gonna end because I'm also on hotspot and I can see that my connection is a bit all over the place. If you don't know how we end, Dave Robinson is great. That's good to know. I cannot play my traditional audio right now because it's tied to a hotkey which I don't have access to. But the credits should roll soon. And the credits are definitely due today because this is my chance to say thank you to everyone for today, because really that was incredible level of support. Really incredible. I did not expect that at all, even if it was a partial offline raid. So thank you to all my new subscribers who, a lot of them have received gifts, obviously. Matteo, UK Mads, and then I can't read the names. Tofrog, Meadow, Rick, Sharpclaw, Canhorn, Alpha Corvi, Jordan, Jibbo, TM Griffing, and Sociable Steve. To those of you who subbed themselves, thank you as well. And to all my new followers, it's a little bit too long to read. It's also very small for me to read, but I thank all of you individually for also dropping a follow. Very appreciated. We will attempt to go raid someone. Thank you, Ian, for the thanks. We will check who is around. And oh, I know who we're going to raid today. I am sure that you will enjoy his content. I hope to see you all on Friday for hopefully more R. I think we will do more R. I have to think about it. Whether it's the right content for another stream, whether I'm up for it, whether you're up for it. But yeah, I think it could be something. I still think, yeah. So let's get that raid going, and I shall see you all again very soon. Thank you for joining and the support, very appreciated. And I'm pretty sure that you will enjoy Mitch's content. If you don't know Mitch, he also does data related things, so do support him, and see you next time. Bye bye.